So how is it going, Dank Division? Dank Dan here, and yeah, we're on the topic of course, Microsoft and Sony and Activision again. But hopefully when the time rolls around and this is all over, we can focus on other things. But it's the fact that in the wash, of course, you have more information dropping. This is information, of course, coming from Charlie Intel, probably one of the more credible sources out there, talking about how Microsoft actually provided more context on their 10-year COD deal that they were offering to Sony. Now, what exactly would this mean? They pretty much, on paper, guaranteed that it would be 10 years of COD on PlayStation. Now, we already knew that, but they said the same features. This would also mean the same release date, and even grant Sony Call of Duty on PlayStation Now, as well as having it on their own thing on Game Pass. Equal footing, right down the middle. But, of course, we all know exactly where that goes. Because, of course, then Microsoft decided to say that if the merger does go, that any PlayStation exclusive would then end up on Xbox and PC. Now, does this mean the skin that Modern Warfare 2 got that none of us can use? Does this mean the XP boost, or does it mean the XP boost gets taken away from PlayStation players? We don't know. However, Sony's response sounds like that of a child. Sony's response to the latest findings. They believe that Microsoft's offer for Call of Duty on PlayStation Plus is unviable, and that they believe that Microsoft could include bugs and broken features on the PlayStation versions to try and draw more people towards the Microsoft side of things. I hate to break this to you, PlayStation, Sony. It's Call of Duty. Do you know how many goddamn bugs there are in this game? I had to go through loops to be able to ping in this damn game. There are bugs everywhere, some of which get addressed immediately, especially if it's XP related, to things that don't get addressed for months. You're getting a buggy game regardless. The idea that you think that your competitor is going to screw you and have more people jump on their console, you forget where this goes. You have it that people are loyal to your console to a fault, and the same goes for Xbox. You can't drag everyone over to your console. So how do you sell your product? You give the same thing. Look at MLB The Show. A game that was made with PlayStation. Every time I load that game up, congratulations, there's the Sony's PlayStation logo on there. And you know what? They're making money off of that on Xbox. They're making money off of that on anywhere where it releases. And Microsoft should be, and more than likely will, do the same. It's not as big of a deal as they're making it. But of course, they decided to, directly quote their deal with Bethesda, and believes that, they're gonna go back on their word, that things aren't gonna go well. But I digress. Now, there is one thing that I have to look at Microsoft and go, you guys have got to be the biggest idiots for making this decision. And it's the decision that they intend to phase out Call of Duty Mobile in favor of Warzone Mobile. Let's face it, COD Mobile is what a free-to-play Call of Duty should have been on console and could have been on console. You could have had something that could have competed with Fortnite at an exponential level. Why? You have classic maps from pretty much every era of COD. You have weapons from just about every game, characters, skins from just about every game. And just overall, you will have people who have spent time, have spent money, have enjoyed every second of it. Again, let's face it, if COD Mobile had been ported to consoles, that would have been it. Yearly COD would have never had to happen again. I wouldn't have cared if the story didn't make sense, because COD Mobile was actually fun. Hell, I dare to say COD Mobile could have been the future. But instead, we're going to see over the course of time, COD Mobile will be phased out and Warzone Mobile will take its place. This pretty much means all we're going to have is a mobile version of Warzone linked to Modern Warfare 2. No more enjoyable multiplayer, no more, having all those cool weapon blueprints that you saw or all those cool skins. It'll just be all boring, generic junk. So I want to hear in the comments section down below, what are your thoughts on all of this? Ranging from Sony pretty much grasping at straws, trying to find any excuse to have this deal not go through. Do you think Microsoft is actually going to go back on their word? Do you think that Microsoft will actually be able to bring Call of Duty to the Switch? Or do you think it'll set the Switch on fire the second that it starts? I also want to know your thoughts on COD Mobile being phased out in favor of Warzone Mobile. Warzone Mobile hasn't even dropped yet. And if it plays anything like Warzone 2 does, a lot of people aren't going to want to sit at work on their phone playing Warzone on an itty-bitty little screen where someone's going to blow their head off. They'd rather, if they do play it at home. Because let's face it, if I'm sitting on break, I'm not playing a 20-minute match of Warzone. I'm probably going to watch TikToks. But I'm looking forward to reading that comment section. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like, leave a comment, as well as follow us on all of our socials. And all of you guys out there, you guys have a wonderful day, night, whatever you're doing, do it wholeheartedly. And of course, as always, this is Dank Dan, signing off.
Get them to click that subscribe button, Dank. It's the only way we can figure out the numbers. What do the numbers mean, Dank? We're wasting valuable time.